Okay, good afternoon, class. So today, we are going to talk about this page, 119, 119, on your theme book. Okay, so before we talk about the actual homework, which is on 123, and then we just talk about this text type first. I'm gonna introduce you about the text type. And then we are going to look into the questions and some of the things that we should pay attention to. Alright, so I don't think can I zoom it in? Okay. Okay, just temporary, just zoom it in here, a little bit closer. So you can see what's the text type of this one. So when you talk about text type, there's articles, there are diary, there's a lot of other stuff. So what about this one? What is the title? Not title, sorry. What is the text type of this one? It's right here. They even give it right to you. It is a book review. So just quickly pay attention. Look at a book review. What are some of the things that you can quickly pick up? So okay. First and foremost, I don't know, would anyone want to tell me what is the first thing they send out to you? Just say this one. What is the any comment? Anyone want to write anything to me? Anything that stood out to you? Okay. How about this one? This one. The stars here. It's a rating, right? So say that in a movie and you see that oh, that's not a 4-star rating, that's a 1-star rating. Well, okay, and then what about this one? Boring right here. And then it said boring here, and then what do you think it is? Would it be a title? And then here maybe by a kid, and then it's the same as this one. It is the one who wrote the rating. So now you see all this interesting feature that uniquely to a review, with the stars rating. And then now we just quickly look at what exactly would a book review would contain. Right. So, okay, okay, this is a book review, alright? So that's how. Okay, so let's just read it together. So a book review is a short piece of writing often found in a magazine, newspaper, or website that describe the writer's view on a book. So book review. Book review here. And then of course it's the writer's views on a book. That is a opinion piece. Okay, so this is all about your opinion. Basically what does it say? That says something that it is not about you summarizing the story. I don't need you to really tell me that what is the story going on. I don't you can quickly say something interesting features about the story, but really when you boil down into it, it's all about the opinion. Especially because it's a short piece, it's terse, it's a mini a piece of writing. That means that your opinion matters most. Alright? 即係呢篇 book review 係一個短嘅寫作，所以咧佢唔需要你寫到太多去總結本書講咗啲乜嘢，故事講咗啲乜嘢，而係仲要係 opinion， 尤其是呢嗰個短嘅 writing。Alright, so and then like we talk a little bit more about like the format and structure. So format structure. Okay. Book review usually have the following like features: a rating, a reviewer's name, and the title of the book. So if you go back to like your textbook, so like that page. So the rating one, okay, the rating one is the one with the star. The one with the star. Remember, like they have like a 5 star, 3 stars. That's a rating, right? And then like of course, like this kind of rating, it's like how to say it, like it's like how you give your marks like towards a book. So make sure that whatever rating that like you give to a book, make sure that like it fits with like how you describe the book. Say that like, oh, I think the book is really poor, the story is like confusing, but like you give them like a 5-star rating, like that's not a good rating, okay? So make sure that like your rating is like correspondent like to actual thing you write for the review. And the reviewer's name here. Like remember like in the text one, at your like book review, it's like what is the name to go by? It's on the corner. A kid, alright? Like that's the name of like the review number 1, a kid. Okay. And then like the title of the book, and that, so like all 4 reviews, they all based on the same book, that is The Gentleman. That is written like on top of your book, and I just like quickly show you like where you found all these. Right. Alright. Book title, Gentleman, all 4 reviews about Gentleman, rating, and then like the reviews, right? That's good? Okay. Alright, now like you know like these 3 important features of a book review. So, how about like drag and drop? Okay, you can't really drag and drop the labels, but I'll just like write for you. So, 2 labels can be used more than once. So basically, like there are 5 labels. Like you're supposed to fill 5 labels with these 3 things, like rating, reviewer's name, title of the book. All right, let's look at like the actual practice. Okay. All right. What do you think about this one? Like the Gentleman here, what is it? Like is it even identical like with the previous one? So that would be the title of the book. I decided not to write it in time. Okay, here. And then like the reviewer name. And this is apparently the reviewer's name. And then this is the rating. And so is this one. Reviewer's name. Joe, like 123. So, it's look a bit messy, but you kind of like get the idea, right? Alright, so a good book review usually includes some information about the book and the reviewer's opinion and supported by reason. So as I mentioned earlier, like a book review is an opinion piece. Like I will say it again, that means that like you are not supposed to summarize, like you're not supposed to summarize the story or tell me like you spend like a lot of like paragraph or like words on like telling me what is this book like is about, like talking about the story within, no, opinion. And then like of course, lastly like here right here, supported by reasons. that means that like you give your opinion, say that like, oh, I think that book, okay, like the first one, say like it's boring, right? Or maybe I would say it's excellent, and then you give me some reason, say that like, oh, I think the plot is really surprising, I could not have guessed the end. Or like the story has a great moral value, like that would be some of the reasons that like I would say it is supported, like is a good reason to support by it. Okay. Alright, so now just like quickly look at like the this exercise 2 and what is the reviewer's opinion of the book, and each of the book reviews on my next slide. Alright. Okay, consider that like I'm not highly, just like later. Okay, what is an opinion? Like which part would you think like consider is an opinion, and like which part you would consider as reasons? Like when you say opinion, that means that like kind of like it has to be like a it comes with like a some like adjective, like what kind, like okay, maybe like boring, that's easy, okay, and then like why is it boring, and then like and then I give you the, like some reasons that are supporting it, like the plot is far too predictable, and when you say like predictable, like predict me 预测, so it's like that means the plot is like too predictable, it means like 它容易预测. This is a good like a reason that supports with this opinion. And then like it gives you like an example, like boy rescue a bear from a cruel man, think the bear is dangerous. Okay, like and this one you just like explain on it with like example. Like some like part of the story, a little bit about it, not like the whole chunk of it, but just like give you like some reasons, like to some like example, like to support like the reasons. So okay. And then like we're going on like talk about the language afterwards, and then like I'll leave it to check this.
Okay, hello, Form 5. Now we're going to talk about still the passage, okay, the film review one, okay, book review one. But I'm going to check the answers with you, so please go to your textbook, page 123, okay, page 123. And there is a table and also an open-ended question, okay. So on your textbook, page 119, there are four book reviews, right? So we will go through the 4 book review separately, and we have to decide whether their opinion is negative or positive. So do you remember what is negative? What is the meaning of negative and positive? So when we talk about things positive, so it means something is good, the thing is good, okay? So if we talk about negative feelings, so usually we are not happy, okay? We feel bad, okay? And have to give the reasons. Have to give the reasons. So for the opinion part, it is very easy. Okay, let's look at the first one. So for the first review, this text is very easy. Okay, if you spend 30 seconds to read it again, okay, please spend 30 seconds to read it again. Okay. Okay, so if we look at the rating here, it is very obvious. How many stars does he give to this book? Only 1. So for the opinion, very obviously, negative or positive. This one should be very negative, right? But why? Why does a kid think this story is very negative? So we have to look at the text, okay? So for example, here, boring, okay? So the story is very boring, okay? This book is very boring. And then let's look at the second one. The plot is far too predictable. So plot means the story in the book, storyline in the book. Okay, the storyline is very predictable. Okay, you can guess. Before you read the book, you can guess the ending, which is very spoiling, okay? Okay? I think these two has already gave you the answer. Okay, so now if you turn back to page 123, you will find the answer. It should be very easy for you, right? The opinion is negative. And the reason is it is very boring and the plot is predictable. Okay? Okay, now let's go to the second review. Okay, the second review. So can you spend like 30 seconds to read about this one again, okay? Okay, so let's look at this one. For the opinion, very obvious. How many stars does he give? 5 stars, right? 5 stars. So positive or negative? Do you think the writer, do you think Joe123 likes this book? So I think it should be very positive. And then, but why? Why does Joe think this book is good? So let's look at. So let's look at the passage here. Okay, so if you read the first paragraph, you will notice that this one is about the plot. Okay, this one is about the plot. So when you write a book review, you have to also mention the plot. But do not write too many, okay? Only 2 or 3 lines, okay? So this one is the plot. We will skip it because we're looking for the reason why Joe123 like this book. Okay, so let's look at the second paragraph. This one is a little bit difficult, but as you are in Form 5, so it's still very easy, okay? The characters, what is characters? It means people, those people or roles, or maybe animals. They might be animals or they might be people. Okay? So the roles, the people in the book, okay, characters, okay, are just great. So how does Joe describe these characters? The word he used is great. Okay, this is a very easy word. Okay, as Mr. Wall mentioned, this should be quite informal instead of using those big words. Great is a very easy. Okay, it's a very easy and informal word for to write your book review. Okay, and I loved them. So why does Joe123 love this book? Because the characters are great. Okay? Walt Morey does a great job of describing us to what it's like to fall in love with a wild animal. Oh my God. Fall in love with a wild animal. How could this happen? And keep it as a pet. Okay, so Walt does a great job. Okay, did well. Okay? So for the second review, It should be positive, and the reason. So let's look at the reason. Great characters, okay? Great characters. Okay, do you remember what is the meaning of characters? Okay? And also you have to know how to pronounce the word characters, okay? Because you will use it in your school-based assessment, SBA. Okay? Okay, let's go to review number 3. Review number 3. How many, still 30 seconds to read this review again, okay? Okay, so let's look at the third one. Okay, let's look at the third one. T. Low gave 4 stars, so it's over half. I think this one should also be positive. Okay? His or her opinion is also positive. And then let's look at the text in review number 3. Okay, set in the wilds of Alaska. The story, blah blah blah. All this long sentence is still describing the plot. Okay, describe the plot. And then why? Why do I love this one? Let's look at the second sentence. I love animal stories. So I think the answer has already appeared. I love animal stories, and I'm sure if you love stories like this, you will love Gentle Bear. So, what do I love? I love animal stories. That's why I love Gentle Bear. Okay? So, the third one is very easy. Okay, positive, loves animal stories. Okay? Number 4, 30 seconds to read it, okay? Okay, so only 2 stars from Daniel, okay? Pay attention to his name. I know a lot of you don't know how to spell Daniel, okay? Please pay attention to the spelling of Daniel, okay? Please, you are in Form 5. Okay, only 2 stars, so positive or negative? I should definitely be negative, okay? I know a lot of people love this story about a boy and his pet bear. I know a lot of people love it. So definitely there will be a but. So if a lot of people love it, but I do not, okay? But honestly, how realistic? So let's look at this word, realistic. Real. Do you know the meaning of the word real, okay? Really, real, okay? So it means true, right? But here, realistic. It means, will this happen in real, okay? So you have to learn how to guess the meaning through part of the words, okay? Maybe you do not know the word realistic, but you have to know real, okay? You definitely know real. So will this story be real? Okay? A wild animal, a wild brown bear could actually be a pet. So where you take such a big animal as your pet, usually we keep dogs, cats, things like this. Okay? So bear is a very rare pets we see, okay? Come on, keep wild animals as pets is very dangerous. Okay, pay attention to this one. Jump around as subject, verbs plus ing, okay? If the story were real, okay, still look at this clause. If the story were real, conditional type 2. When we use spelling mistake. When we use conditional sentence type 2, we always talk about true situation, okay? It is not happening, right? Untrue situation. Ben will probably have eaten Mark for dinner at the first opportunity. Sorry guys, it's true, okay? So he thinks that the bear will eat the main character. So, negative and not realistic, okay? It's not true, it will not happen, okay? And then let's look at the last one. I agree with, so you have to write down 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, right? And then because what? Give reasons. But can you just say because I think he is right? This is too general. What you are going to do is you have to read the story on page 118 and give me evidence. Give me examples, evidence to support your reason, okay? So you have to give me real evidence, okay? So this is for your answer checking part, okay? So you can, I'll show you the answer again, okay? You can write down your answers, okay? And then later, Miss Zhang will talk about the writing part, okay? Sorry for the small delay because I need to prepare all the PowerPoints and stuff for you. So let's get here for the whole thing that Ms. Chair and also Mr. Wong has told us so much about the book review that was printed in the book. And so for my part, I am going to try to get you to write a book report, a book review, and then something like this. And I will summarize the whole points, all the points together with you, and then we will try to write something using these as an example, right? Now, so first of all, let's go back to what is the story, the name of the story, Gentle Band. It's Gentle Band, about a boy and a big brown bear, right? So, shall we go to look at some of the reviews here? And very quickly look. So, what's like this, right? So what is this? Just now, did you hear what Mr. Wong has told you? Right? What's this? And then the
5 stars, and then we have so many different things actually in the book reviews, like boring, like, so what kind of thing is it? And also, just jump to this, set in the wilds of Alaska. It's about Alaska, a place. So what kind of thing is it? And maybe we can go to another part, like, the characters in this book are just great, blah, blah, blah. About what is it about? And also maybe something very quick. This story is about a very special friendship between a boy and these kind of things. People usually put this in their book review. And actually, what are they? So shall we go to have a look at a list that summarizes everything for you? Of course, most of them are the opinions, right? Like Mr. Wang said, of the reviewer. And then some others, like the name of the book is factual thing. Right? So shall we go and have a look at it? Thank you, Ms. Chang. So this is many books, right? And we're going to learn how to write a book review. And as I have told you just now, there are many aspects. Oh, I don't know why. I try to. It's still not successful. I try to move it up, but it still comes down. But anyway, now this is brief summary. A summary means a very short sentence or 1 or 2 sentences about the whole story. You don't tell the story in the brief summary. Just sum up everything, what the story is about, and put it in. That is the SUMMARY summary. You'll see this word later again, so don't worry about this. And also the setting. People will talk about the setting, the place, where does the story happen in the book we read. And also the characters, the people. Ms. Csjss told you just now, it's about the character, the people in the story, or the animals in the story. And also the plot. Plot is something like this, but not the same. The plot means the storyline, but it's not just about what the story is about, but whether it is written in a way that you like it very much, that will make you keep reading, or just something very boring. That is the plot of the story. And language. Do you like the way the writer the writer describe and tell you about the story? That is the language of the writer. Strong writers and weak writers are very different, the language. That means the sentence, the words that they use. And message. So it is very important, actually, in many of the books or films that you like, one very important thing is the message. What kind of thing do they put in it and that makes you think about something that is meaningful to our life? Message. And rating. 5 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. And overall comment, you give an overall picture of what you think about the story. This is overall comment. And lastly, recommend or not. Do you recommend the story, or you think this is nothing, it's a waste of time? So many things here. But don't worry, I'm going to revise everything with you. why I like many of the students of characters very much, because when this kind of thing happen, usually many of the students who are very good at IT will come to rescue, just like the teacher, and sometimes it really happens. So, oh, thank you. Right, thank you so much. So now we go to the next point. Yes, come back to all the elements of book review. So next line that I would like to read together with you. If you like stories such as Wild Fan and Call of the Wild, two books, the name of two books, you will love Gentle Bands. What kind of thing is it? It's about, will you recommend the book? So, do you recommend? Will you tell someone else to read it? You may say, oh, don't read it, don't waste your time. That is not recommend. But you may say, oh, this is really a good book. Go and read it. So recommend. So do you recommend or not? And also, now we're coming to the end. Don't worry, so many of them, but actually they're nothing when you look at them all together. So this story is about a very special friendship between a boy and the animal. So what is that? It's about story. It's a summary of the story. That is just one line. You tell us what the story is about. Don't tell everything, because people would not like it to tell you what happened next. And also, summary of the story. Yes. And also, this one, right? What kind of thing is this? They are what is it? The rating, R-A-T-I-N-G. Now I see that some of you may not be able to see the word down here. It's R-A-T-I-N-G, right? Oh, you can see that, you can see this. So at the bottom, the rating. So what you need to give, 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars, or 4 stars rating. And what is it? A story to warm your heart. Next to your rating, you give a brief, also opinion of the overall opinion. I told you the answer already. Of the story, like this, or boring. So what is that? It's the overall opinion. Overall opinion, you tell us. And also, that's all. This is time we care about animal conservation. Conservation. Oh my dear. Let me just say here. It should be wrong spelling. You see that? Animal conservation. It become conversation. Animal conservation. S-E-R. It should be S-E-R. Teacher make mistake. You can kill me. Right. Animal conservation. So this is the time we care about animal conservation. And so what kind of thing is it? Why do we have a story like that? Usually it has got a very special message. It tells us special messages. We should care about animals. Animals are lovely. They're not just very big thing that you are afraid of. We can love them. So this is message. So much so for this. Alright? And so we have summed up many of the points in many of the elements that we put in the story, and I would like to go into more detail of some of them that usually we will talk about. That is how to describe the characters. How to describe the characters. One thing that you like very, very much is very good for telling us how to describe the character. I'm sure you'll like this. Let's go and have a look at this. What is it? You know, there's like Inside Out. Many of you like Inside Out. And actually you can tell what kind of characters they are by the name. And alright, just look at one or two of them. This is sadness. Alright, she's very cute, but she's sad. Look at how she will react when we say hello to her. You say hello to sadness, she's still sad. One more. This is disgust. She doesn't like you. She doesn't like anybody else, only her. So when you say hello, so why do you say hello to me? Interesting. And this one, anger, another character. So anger is already a word that describes him, right? You're always angry. Look at him. Oh, okay, something funny. How he will react when you say hello to him. Why do you say hello to me? I don't like you. Still angry, right? So interesting. And this is fear. Also a kind of, word that describes the character. Fear. I'll say hello to him and look at him. Still afraid. And the last one that you like very, very much, and I like her, everyone likes her, because she is Joy. Her name, Joy, means happy, cheerful. So Joy would jump up. So how do you describe a character? You can describe her face, so it always feel happy, and also his action, his gesture. When you say hello to her, she jumps up to everything. So this is how we can describe character, and also Inside Out, so many things that you can talk about the character, like sadness, cute, but why so sad, and also joy, cheerful, all these words. You can please, when you are at home, when you have time, try to collect as many of these words as you can, so that when you ask to describe a character, you are very powerful at doing it. Like, alright, so like this. So we have, I have a number of words for you here. I don't know why this kind of just happened to this problem. I don't understand why, but alright. Excuse me for that. So we have many, many words that can tell about a character. And what I want you to do, just 15 seconds. Can you tell me which one is a positive words? Seconds? Just any of them? Can you find anyone? Loving, or beautiful, honest, or negative words? Also, a few seconds. Lonely, greedy means you want, alright, and don't stop. Alright, and cold, maybe you're cold. Doesn't want to talk to anyone. So, here. Now remember that when we talk about character, we have negative words and positive words. And like this, like negative and positive. Are you okay with that? Alright. So, I also want to talk about the setting. Because many people will work on writing about the setting of a book. And I have taken an example from Star Wars. Star Wars is a very famous thing, and also it has got book form. And Star Wars, how do you describe it? You say, Star Wars, the setting is a galaxy, faraway place. It's a game like nowadays. All those films, they are like playing games, so very attractive and fantasy. And you can see a lot of scenes that are about lonely planet. That sort of thing. So how do you enrich yourself with all these vocabulary? Tips. Try to go online and use the online resources. They will help you. You type all positive words to describe every number, tons of them. Try to enrich yourself. So, and also about Inside Out, I tell you, it's also a very good example to show messages because it's a very good thing that many students like because it tells you to be positive. Do you see that? So it tells you something very positive. Now, okay, so for that. Let's come to our time for practice. We will do a small, just a very mini exercise. Right? Together. And now this is Matilda. I know what form 5A, right? 5A has seen this film already because we're using this. We'll be using this to do our SBA. And 5B and 5C, they're also going to watch this. And Matilda is actually about a girl who has a superpower, and she uses her superpower to fight against so many people who are not nice in her life, and it's very interesting and amusing. So this is a book review of Matilda that I have written for you, showing a very quick look at that. So I start a wonderful story for all of you. And Matilda is a 5-year-old girl who reads books by Dickens, a famous writer, and can solve long sums mathematics in her head. But she is put down by her parents, so her parents not nice, and a terrible experience at school, something not nice at school for her. So she uses her magical superpower. As I have told you, she has magical power, superpower. So she uses her superpower to play tricks on the devils in her life. She plays tricks. What a lovely and intelligent girl. Matilda is intelligent. It's very clever. Ronald Dahl, the writer, Ronald Dahl, has done an excellent job in creating this wonderful character. Definitely a skillful master. It's talking about skillful master. Who the skillful master is? Ronald Dahl, the writer. Very skillful. And Matilda is a funny story with an expected plot. Look at this plot. And amusing scenes. Very interesting scenes. I would recommend this book to everyone. Or, Lucy? Oh, recommend? Yeah, recommend. You see? Some points that come from here. Thank you. And it warms up your heart and makes you treasure the loved one in your family more. So, here is a very short one, just 120 words I wrote with you. But look at it. This is so colorful. Why so colorful? Because I have cut them into different parts. And for each of the different colors, it belongs to one of the categories. And what I want you to do, I'm going to upload a worksheet for you onto the Google Classroom. And what I want you to do for the time being is to try to put all these in a suitable category. One example for you. Now, what a lovely and intelligent girl. What is it about? It's about the character, right? Character. So character is number 3. All right. Please, try to highlight them and tell me what it is. This is what you're going to do. A very quick exercise that you need to do at home. And one more thing for you for the week is I would want you to Oh, okay, sorry. So, task 2 is write a book review of any book that you have read in your life, right? And in 100 to 100 or 50 words, short one, just like what I did, done for you, just a very short one. Try to include all the elements in the book review, and it's simple. Talk about something that is the character, the language, the setting, the plot, everything and anything. Of course, you don't need to put everything. Maybe just 8 or 7, 6 of them. That is good enough. But remember to put all this in your book review, and try to send it to me via Google Classroom. And that's all for today. That's all for today. And yes, thank you very much. And we are going to have our next tutorial in the next week. So thank you very much, and enjoy your holiday.